Hello and welcome to another practical Minecraft tutorial. This is Soap the Great and we are here with tutorial number 2. Today's tutorial is going to be how to make a machine that exploits a glitch in Minecraft 1.6.4. The particular glitch allows duplication of powered rail and detector rail. You'll see the parts that I have in my hotbar. I will explain those in just a bit, but this particular glitch was present in 1.5.2 and 1.6.2, and we are currently on 1.6.4, getting ready for the snapshot and terrain update. I am going to continue checking this tutorial or this particular machine in future versions just in case Mojang fixes it, and I will make sure that the description is updated appropriately, and if they do fix it, then I will make sure that it is updated there as well, so you know not to waste your time in future versions. But for now, we are going to get on with this tutorial. So first, there are two parts to the machine. There is the actual duplicating portion, and then there is a fast clock to run it. So first, we're going to build the duplication portion, and that is going to require a space of 3 by 6, and then the clock is going to require a space of 2 by 4. Okay, now in my hotbar you see all of the ingredients necessary. We're going to need 2 sticky pistons, 2 redstone repeaters, a redstone torch, a lever, 2 redstone dust, a few blocks of choice, a bucket of water, and then detector rail and powered rail. Another thing to note is that the orientation of this machine needs to be, it is pretty particular, okay? So I've got it currently facing in the east direction. I'm going to attempt to show you, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but over in the XYZ area, under that is a number next to the letter F, and that's 3, and that means east. We need to be facing east for this particular machine, and that is so that the rails line up appropriately. Let me get rid of the F3. Okay, so let's get on with this tutorial. First, you're going to take your blocks of choice, and we're going to make a kind of a triangle area right here on the very edge of this 3 by 6 area. Okay, next you're going to dig out the block in front of that triangle that you just dug. Then we're going to place the water in here, and that will flow down into the hole that you just dug. Okay, next we're going to place the rail, and we're going to use powered rail to do this, and then you want to place the rail in this manner, right here and then right here. Okay, you want these two to line up like this, and you want this one to line up like that. Okay, and they're not going to connect because they're both powered rail, and powered rail does not do the turn. Now we're going to need a sticky piston, and we want it to be placed right here so that when it's extended it's at this level. So first we're going to place a block of choice right here. Then we're going to place the sticky piston. Okay, now when that actually activates, it's going to extend, and it's going to grab this rail right here and move that back and forth. Okay, now the duplication portion is complete. We're moving on to the clock. So we need a really fast clock, and we're going to be driving this piston from this block. Okay, so first you want to take a repeater and place it facing into this block of choice, and it does not have to be wool. Again, block of choice. Some notes about which blocks it needs to be. It should probably be what is termed an opaque block rather than a transparent block. Well, you shouldn't use redstone block. You probably shouldn't use glowstone. So use something like stone or dirt or wool, something along those lines. Okay. Next, you want to take a repeater facing this way. Okay, so you have 2 repeaters side by side facing opposite directions. One needs to be going into this block, one needs to be facing away. Next, you'll take a piece of redstone dust and place it right there behind the block that's going to drive the piston, and then you'll place another one right here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to set up a switch. So what we're going to do is place 2 blocks of choice down, and this one is just for support, so you can actually knock that out. And then we'll place the lever on that side, and then the redstone torch here. Notice now the piston has extended, and if we were to turn this on, okay, and if you were to do that, you would get roughly the effect that you want, but we need that to be automated because you need to be over here, and we'll see that in just a moment. Okay, now we need a piston on the diagonal from this one. So what we're going to do is going to take this block of choice, go like that, and then pull out the pick, and we got to get down here so that we can get the correct orientation. Is that correct? No, that's not correct. Ah, yes. Okay, I see what I was doing wrong. We need to go here. I don't know if you can hear that music. I can hear it rather loud. And that's even at 4%. It's beautiful music, but it interferes with the tutorial. So let's fill this hole back in. There's a cave under there, and I do not want to fall into it. These blocks are unnecessary, so you can pull these out. That's up to you. It will not harm anything to be like that. Now, if you'll notice, I have turned down the sound because we're about to be running a piston at a pretty quick rate, and that gets loud. Okay, this tutorial is available in a number of other spots on YouTube. One thing I found is that they are rather unbearable to watch because they did not turn down their recording volume, and so when this goes on, even that's rather annoying, and I don't know if you can hear me over that. So we're going to turn down sound all the way to off. Okay, so you cannot hear that. You can hear the music, but you cannot hear that piston going back and forth. Okay, be forewarned, it is loud. This is going rather fast. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how this works. If you'll note, right here in my hotbar, I have 4 each of powered and detector rail. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get those in our hand, and we want to place it in this block right here. Okay, so so you notice that it duplicated, and that's only if it hits at a certain spot. And now the thing is, I've got fraps running, which is throwing off the frames per second, and so yeah, we're down to 15 frames per second because fraps is going and this machine is going, and we're in the spawn chunks. We've got a number of other machines going here, so the lag is a little bit terrible. Okay, but let's just take a look at what we've got. We're now up to 23. Okay, now let's try the duplicator rail, or sorry, the detector rail. I've got duplication on the mind. Now it has to hit at a certain time, and with this lag, it may not do just that. Let's try. There we go. Okay, so you can hold down the right mouse button once you get this going, and it will just go and go and go. And some will pop back into your hand and refresh what you've got. Okay. Pick that up. We're going to turn off the machine to get the lag from, or keep it from being too bad. And so now we're at 33. So from 4 powered rail we're up to 23, and from 4 detector rail we're up to 33, and that's in a very short amount of time. Okay, so let me give you some caveats. This is a glitch. It is based on a glitch where when that rail goes down here, it gets pushed at a quick rate into this water stream, which then breaks it. There's a glitch when flowing water goes over powered rail or detector rail, and for some reason, at a certain rate, it is going to cause it to duplicate. This may get fixed in future versions. That is one caveat. The other is that this is a lag machine. You notice that there was a lag spike when I had it on and when I started trying to place the rail. So that's something to keep in mind on multiplayer servers. If you're having issues and you're trying to run this thing, this may be the cause. Another thing is that because it is a duplication glitch, if you do not run your own multiplayer server, this may not be allowed. Okay, so either run it by your administrator, or you could try the forgiveness is better than permission route. And if the administrator discovers it and is not allowing duplication machines, they'll just destroy it. Okay, so keep that in mind, and just be forewarned with that. But you can see we can generate a lot of rail. All of this was generated from that glitch, and if you watch my building this city tutorial or multiplayer series, you'll see that I use the what's called the interbiome railway. That was all made possible by this duplicated rail. So there you have it. Our rail in this world primarily comes from this duplication machine. So we are not worried about the duplication glitches so much. We're just going to exploit them for the time being, and that is it. So there you have it, a duplication machine right here mixed with the really fast clock, and that is it. Stay tuned for more in the future. There's nothing lined up at the moment, but as I find neat stuff, I will put it to tutorials, and let me know what you think. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, check out the Building the City series, and do a subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.